All right, let's jump right in. Today, we are going to absolutely nail one of the most common and, honestly, one of the easiest questions you'll find on your GCSE computer science paper. We're talking about 2 marks that are basically yours for the taking, and we're going to make sure you lock them in every single time. You know, in pretty much every paper, there's a question like this that feels like a gift from the examiners. It's not a trick question. It's a golden opportunity to bank some crucial marks right at the start. And the classic one we're going to focus on, it's all about syntax errors. And there it is. This is pulled straight from a real exam paper. Question 3A. Super simple, right? 1 mark for telling them what it is, and 1 mark for giving an example. 2 marks. Now, it looks easy, but knowing exactly what the examiner wants to read is the secret to making this a guaranteed win. That's the real question, isn't it? It's not about just getting it right once by chance. It's about having a foolproof method that works even when you're under pressure in an exam hall. Well, that's exactly what we're going to build right now. A simple, repeatable technique you can rely on. Okay, first things first. Let's make sure we're all on the same page. What even is a syntax error? Let's just forget all the technical jargon for a second and think about this in a much, much simpler way. This right here is the best way to get your head around it. Seriously, imagine if you wrote a sentence in English like, I shops is going to thee. It just breaks the rules of English grammar, doesn't it? It's total nonsense. Well, that's exactly how a computer feels when you misspell a command or forget a bracket. It doesn't understand because you've broken the language's grammar. It's syntax. Okay, so that analogy is perfect for us to understand it. But for the exam, we need to speak the examiner's language. To get that first mark, we have to write a definition that ticks their specific boxes. And luckily for us, the mark scheme tells us exactly what those boxes are. So this is it. This is the secret sauce, straight from the people who will be marking your paper. Your definition needs 2 key ingredients to get the mark. First, you've got to say that the error breaks the rules or the grammar of the programming language. And second, and this is crucial, you have to state the consequence. It prevents the program from even running. You get both of those points in there, and that mark is yours, no question. And here is what that looks like when you put it all together. Just look at this sentence. It's perfect. It hits the breaks the rules part, and it hits the stops the program part. This isn't just a good answer. This is a mark scheme perfect answer. If you can remember the structure, that first mark is pretty much in the bag. Awesome. 1 mark down, 1 to go. Now we just have to give an example. And listen, the goal here is not to be clever or complicated. When you're in an exam, the goal is to be clear, simple, and 100% undeniably correct. The mark scheme itself gives us some fantastic, simple examples to borrow from. You could just misspell a keyword, like writing print with 2 T's. Or maybe you forget a closing bracket or a quotation mark. Even getting your indentation wrong counts. Any of these are absolutely perfect for your answer. And this brings me to maybe the most important piece of advice for this part of the question. Do not try to write some complex, multi-line code just to show off an error. The examiner is scanning through hundreds of papers. You want your answer to be so obviously right that they can spot it and tick it in half a second. Let's just compare these 2. On the left, print, hello. It's a typo. It's simple, it's fast to write, and anyone can see immediately that it's a syntax error. Now look at the right. Sure, misspelling def as def is an error, but it means you have to write out a whole function header. There's just more room for you to make another mistake. Stick with the simplest possible example. Trust me. So there we have it. We've broken down the question, we've looked at it from the examiner's point of view, and we've picked out the best, simplest examples. Now let's put it all together into one simple, winning formula that you can take right into the exam with you. And here it is, your 3-step plan to get 2 out of 2. Step 1, define it. It's an error that breaks the grammar rules. Step 2, state the consequence. It stops the program from running or being translated. And step 3, give a dead simple example, like a misspelled keyword. You follow that formula, and those 2 marks are yours. Guaranteed. So there you have it. A rock-solid technique for any syntax error question you face. But the real takeaway here isn't just about syntax errors. It's about a method. You can use this exact same approach. Find the mark scheme's keywords, choose the simplest correct example. For other topics too, like logic errors or runtime errors. By breaking questions down like this, you start turning tricky problems into guaranteed marks. So the only question is, what will you master next?